DDG3000 Multimedia Portfolio. Week 3 is upon us. Very good job by everyone in the week 1 dream job paper submission and the self-assessment little survey PDF that I always like every student to fill out so I can learn a little bit about them. Week 2, we started with our personal identity mark, and this is one of the more challenging projects because you got to kind of put a face to your name and to your portfolio. Some chose to do their name in a stylized way. Some chose to do a fictitious company, a company name, a design business company, and they were going to brand their portfolio around that. There's no right or wrong answer. We're just looking to create a unique, consistent image and brand for your portfolio as we develop all the pieces. So now we're on to week 3. And week 3 is where we really start to drop in and build your interactive PDF portfolio. In the week 2 folder, there was the InDesign template for your portfolio, which we call facing pages. It has a cover page, and then page 2 and 3 face each other. And that is where we are going to start building what we call case studies. Your portfolio will have a cover page, and then after the cover page, there will be a series of 5 to 7 facing page spreads or case studies. The left page, or the even number page, will always be your artwork, what you designed in Photoshop or Illustrator, some cases InDesign. So the even page will always be your artwork. The odd page, and in this case page 3, will always be the real world application of your artwork. So our very first case study is actually going to be your personal identity mark. So that logo you created that you're going to brand your portfolio with. Page 2 in your InDesign template is just going to be the placement of the artwork of your logo. So what you designed. That odd page, which is page number 3 in your InDesign template, will be your logo put onto things, and we call that swag in marketing terms. We're going to take your personal logo and we're going to put it on things that you would be handing out as marketing material for your design business or for your design skills. So that might be putting your logo on a thumb drive. That might be putting your logo on a mouse pad. Maybe you want to put it on a little plastic bag that you would hand stuff out with. Maybe you want that logo to be put on a t-shirt because you're going to wear the t-shirt around to drum up some freelance business or some design business. So we're going to actually start building your very first portfolio case study, page 2 and 3 from the InDesign template that I asked for you to download. So I'm going to go right up here to the coursework tab so that I can go into the week 3 folder and you can see the pieces that are in there. So we're going to be reading chapter 4 in your book, and that's about delivery and format. So it talks about portability and email and online and those sorts of things. But you're going to see right here is that swag design pieces that I was talking about. So Al Studios has a mug, and it has a little app screen, and here are their business cards and their letterhead up here. And you'll notice one of the students' designs right here for his personal design logo. So he created 3 pieces for his portfolio for page 3. So page 2 was just his logo. And page 3 were these 3 items. So he did a hat, he did a coffee mug, he did a t-shirt, and we call the odd pages in your portfolio the real world applications. So you can see what the logo would look like if we actually embroidered it on a hat, or we screen printed it on a mug, or we screened it onto a t-shirt. So it's a really great way for people looking at your portfolio to see how your artwork, the things you created in Illustrator and Photoshop and other Adobe programs, can be applied to an actual real world solution. So that's a really great way for a hiring manager that might not know how to use Adobe at all, any of the programs, but when they look at the odd pages on your website or on your portfolio, pages 3 and 5 and 7 and 9, they'll see how that Illustrator logo was brought to life by being embroidered on a hat or printed on a t-shirt or screened onto a thumb drive or made into a mouse pad. So this is a really great way to sell your skills, sell your ability to use software by showing the real world application of your skill set. And so here's a really great student example, and this is a portfolio example from one of the studios that I found online. So you can see how the logo looks on the mug in 2 different colors. That's really great. So week 3 is all about taking that personal logo you designed in week 2 and applying it to merchandising material, things that you might hand out. So you can be creative with this. It can be bags, it can be thumb drives, it could be squishy stress balls, it could be hats and shirts and mugs and coffee mugs. And you're going to notice here I put a video, and you're going to see lots of student samples. I pulled up a multimedia portfolio of samples, and you'll see several. You'll see skateboards, you'll see matchbooks, you'll see t-shirts, you'll see different ways that students through the course of the semesters have created real-world solutions out of their personal logo design. So please make sure you watch that video. And I also put a couple other videos in here that I thought would be interesting. So great job so far exploring the preliminary steps in building an effective multimedia portfolio with the dream job paper to see what skills you need, the self-evaluation to see what you think you're good at, or what your strengths are, or what your likes are and dislikes. And now into week 3, we're doing personal branding, so creating a logo design for your portfolio and taking that logo design and applying it to some real world items, some things that you could hand out if you printed your logo on them to get your name out there for your design skill and your technique and what your design brand looks like. So I look forward to seeing what you apply it to. I'm looking forward to seeing your solutions, and we're hitting the ground running now. So page 2 and 3 of that InDesign portfolio template will have your logo on page 2, and we'll have your real world logo applied to different merchandising swag on page 3. So we've actually, at the end of this week, we'll build our very first case study in our portfolio using our personal identity mark. So have a great week. Everyone's doing really well so far, kind of hitting the ground and getting into the process. And so I look forward to seeing what you create, what your designs are, and what the solutions are. So have a great week.